Hi kids, welcome to On the Marquee, film history for entertainment. This is the first episode in a series on the films of director Stanley Kubrick. I'll be going through his filmography, taking a look into the productions, and tracking the evolution of one of history's greatest directors.
We were so well prepared for death. Waiting to kill. Waiting to heal. Waiting to die. One by one, the men turned black. Then they were dead, and they knew it. I cannot quite admit that it is I who am creating slaughter in this abyss.
When Kubrick was 13, his father Jack, an amateur photographer himself, gifted him a camera. A neighbor with the same passion for photography happened to have a darkroom in his bedroom. The two boys would set out on picture-finding missions all over New York City, and soon Kubrick became his school's photographer. Kubrick had virtually zero interest in his studies. When he was 16, he managed to sell one of his photos to Look magazine. He would continue to sell his photos to Look magazine right up until he barely graduated. His parents had wanted him to become a doctor like his father, but Kubrick became an apprenticed photographer for Look magazine. Kubrick would continue to work for Look magazine from the ages of 17 to 21, perfecting his craft. When Kubrick wasn't working, he spent his time at the cinema. His drive and desire to make his own film growing with each passing year. Kubrick learned from a colleague that the typical documentary short cost $40,000 to make. He believed that he could make his own for a fraction of the cost. He had done a photo story on middleweight boxer Walter Cartier, and he chose him for his first documentary subject, a short black and white titled Day at the Fight. Kubrick did everything himself. Writing, shooting, Foley. He'd call up camera stores and ask questions, learning everything about every process. Kubrick spent his own money making the documentary, $3,900, and managed to sell it to RKO for $4,000. Kubrick would continue his version of film school, making another documentary short, Flying Padre, about a priest who would fly to isolated parishes. He managed to just break even and decided to set his sights to making his first feature film. Kubrick borrowed $10,000 from his father and his uncle, chipped in his own $3,000, and went into production. With a screenplay by high school friend Howard Sackler, and a crew of 15, a cast of mostly newcomers, production began in the San Gabriel Mountains, just outside Los Angeles. Kenneth Harp played Lieutenant Corby. Frank Silvera, the most experienced of the cast, played Mac, and Steve Colt is Fletcher, and future director Paul Mazzarchi, Sidney. Partway through filming, production ran out of money. So Kubrick took the cast for a drive to visit an uncle and borrowed an additional $5,000.
Hard, one foot fights the other.
Faster. The sun is fast.
Hill's ahead.
Get there before it burns in the bushes.
I could do it
Just
alone.
a corner to turn and...
Me with this bunch of cripples. Nobody's safe here.
Are they watching me?
Blame who? I'll blame the
Keep
big...
them beat it on a string. Lost, I should look around.
Getting hungry.
What's up?
They're all scared.
How much is in back of us?
So angry at each other.
Time for night soon.
I'll look up later. All the twigs cracking in my head.
We'll need pause for the night.
Crash through myself.
The bird was wounded.
I don't run for no
Nail of
reason.
the sun. Wait! What's going to hang from the trees tonight? Hurry with them. No dying in the woods.
No raps there, no. Maybe I'm getting old.
Faster. Turn on the lights, please.
I'm sinking in the woods.
Don't die here.
So scared.
Dark will be
All
bad.
right,
All right. Turn them on, please.
Waiting. Waiting to kill. Waiting to heal. Waiting to die. I waited in the north for 4 divisions. One by one, the men turned black as we waited for the last snowflake to dissolve.
Upon release, audiences and critics' reactions were mostly mixed. Kubrick, however, called his film inept and pretentious. Although he found the experience invaluable, Kubrick would later try to destroy the film's negative and whatever prints he could find, erasing it from his filmography. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. For more videos like this, be sure to check out On the Marquee on YouTube. Like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Until later.